In today's episode, we'll be checking out the 4-hourly chart on the Bitcoin price. As you can see, we've had a great bounce of the support of this symmetrical triangle. I'm also going to show you how the $34,000 range on the VPVR is where the most volume has been traded, as you can see here. So this is going to be very difficult to break to the downside. We'll be checking out also some different targets here on the Bitcoin price if we break out of this symmetrical triangle. Also, the Bitcoin dominance, we've been just falling since we've broken this green box here at the 68% levels. We might be coming down to the 63% levels. I'm also going to show you how we're forming this falling wedge here, and this is very, very bullish. Different falling wedges have broken to the upside. Also on the Bitcoin dominance chart, we'll be seeing different targets here in the short term, and also the Ethereum US dollar price. We can see the 4-hourly chart how we broke out of this symmetrical triangle. We broke out nicely, and then we're coming down and retesting the resistance of this symmetrical triangle, which is support. Now we can potentially see the Ethereum price shooting all the way to these targets in the next few days, guys. I'm going to show you why. And also the dollar index chart, the dollar value has been just crumbling in the last few weeks, and we broke out from this diamond reversal pattern nicely that I've been seeing in the last few weeks, and I'm going to show you how we are forming a falling wedge, as you can see on the chart. This is a bullish pattern. I'm looking for a breakout in the short term. We'll be looking at different levels if we break to the upside or to the downside. But if we break to the upside, this is going to be bad news for Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, even gold. If we reach these levels, which would be the technical target, this is going to be bad news in the short term. But I'm looking for a potential crash after this happens. And I'll show you why in this episode. Kraken's Dan Held tackles greatest fear, uncertainty and doubt about Bitcoin's future, and Bitcoin whales are betting 40k isn't the top as data hints bull run is only beginning. Guys, if you like this content, make sure to smash up the like button and subscribe if you haven't done yet for coming updates, and let's go straight into the video. Hello there, Andy here, and welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus, where you subscribe for the quickest technical analysis and news on Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and the financial markets. I am not a financial advisor, so don't buy or sell anything that I say. And if you do so, do your own research. Said this, let's go straight into the charts. The price of Bitcoin is looking for a huge breakout before the 26th of January, which would be the exact end of this apex. I'm going to show you some different potential targets if we break to the upside or to the downside, and the measured technical analysis move would be the very top of the price here from the apex going down to the support area. And if we break to the downside, say on the 24th of January, this would take the price to the $22,000 area, and I'm going to show you how this is a very huge support area. As you can see on the VPVR, most of the volume was traded here after the all-time high breakout. There is a huge amount of volume. There is a huge amount of buying pressure. This is going to be another one-in-a-lifetime opportunity to buy some more Bitcoin or even go on a long leverage trade. As you can see, and from other news that we talked, that Square app, also MicroStrategy, PayPal, they bought most of their Bitcoin around these areas. So this is going to be a huge opportunity to buy Bitcoin. They're not going to be selling around these areas. A curious thing where we're trading at the moment is where the most volume is, checking out the volume profile. And if we break to the downside, we hardly have any volume traded, as you can see here on the chart. The next critical support level would be down here around the $24,000 range. So if we break down, we might have an aggressive drop to these levels, as you can see on the chart. But we are eventually in a bull market. I wouldn't be so confident in shorting Bitcoin if we break to the downside. With this could potentially be a fake out. We might come down here and then come straight back up and then continue the bull run. With all this news coming out, everybody being so bullish, everybody wants to get some Bitcoin into their wallets. So I wouldn't be shorting Bitcoin. If we crash down, there's going to be a lot of buy orders around these areas, so the price of Bitcoin might just have a fake out and shoot back up again. And checking out the bullish scenario would be getting the top of the price here going down to the support area of this symmetrical triangle, and from the breakout, say it was the 24th of January, we would see the Bitcoin price going up to $50,000. And if you want to trade this amazing breakout and you're an experienced trader, I'll be leaving links in the description of Bybit, JACKPOT and Femex. If you click on one of those links, you'll be getting an excellent bonus. And Bybit has got an excellent promotion code now. If you put JACKPOT on the promo code on the website, you'll be getting an excellent $600 to trade with, only if you use my link, guys. And checking out the Bitcoin dominance here, we can see we broke out nicely the 68% levels, as you can see, major support, and now we are coming down and we are forming this huge descending wedge. My targets was going to be the 63% area, as you can see, it's major support also, but we are maybe not even going to go to those levels. After a huge pump going into a descending wedge, this is extremely bullish. I am looking for a potential breakout to the upside in the coming weeks. I'm going to show you back in the charts how this reacts. As you can see here, going into these descending wedges, we break to the upside. A descending wedge here, you break to the upside. So this is what I'm looking for in the coming weeks for the Bitcoin dominance. Checking out the Ethereum price, we had an amazing breakout out of this symmetrical triangle, as you can see, and we've had a great bounce at the support area from the resistance of the symmetrical triangle. We can see also this red line that I've got is all-time highs. We only just went above it a few dollars, so I'm looking for a huge breakout in the next few days, guys. The technical target here would be getting the top of this peak from the apex down to the support area, and from the breakout the targets would be around the $1,700 range for the Ethereum price. So I'm extremely bullish for the Ethereum price in the coming weeks. But checking out one of the most important charts for the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency industry, this is the dollar index, the value of the dollar. This is the weekly chart, and I did mention before on the channel this huge diamond reversal pattern that we've been forming for the last few years for the dollar index, and the measured move from this breakout would be getting the start of the leg up into the pattern, and from the breakout this would take the dollar value all the way down to these areas. But this is not going to be in a straight line, especially if we're forming this descending wedge, which is a bullish pattern. And if we break to the upside, this pattern would take the dollar index all the way up to these levels again. So this might happen in the next few weeks and months, and this is not going to be good for Bitcoin, but only if we break to the upside. But I'm expecting for the next few months to come the crashing all the way down to these levels as expected. Kraken's Dan Held tackles greatest fear, uncertainty and doubt about Bitcoin's future. Dan Held, growth lead at crypto exchange Kraken, is pushing back against the fear, uncertainty and doubt that's percolating amid Bitcoin's big bull run. Held, who is a long-time Bitcoin investor, says there's always noise whenever Bitcoin roars. Whenever Bitcoin has a bull run, naysayers try to cope with missing the boat by rationalizing why it will fail through fear, uncertainty and doubt, or what we Bitcoiners have nicknamed FUD, complaining it has no intrinsic value when their primary government currency has absolutely no intrinsic value. No, the US dollar is not backed by gold. The crypto veteran also addresses the notion that BTC is a bubble bound to fail. Bitcoin ain't tulips. It provides the world with the best digital store of value ever created, allowing people to store value that is hard to seize and transmit it to anyone else in the world without permission. As for Bitcoin being being used for criminal purposes. Approximately $2 trillion a year globally is laundered. Americans spend $150 billion on drugs annually. Crypto market cap is $1.1 trillion as of this tweet storm. The problem rests with the government's money, not Bitcoin or crypto, which most operate on transparent ledgers that make it hard to obfuscate funds. Held looks at the yearly cost and the amount of energy consumed by Bitcoin mining activities to dispel the chatter that the leading cryptocurrency is a threat to the environment, complaining about energy consumption without first comparing it to the energy consumption of the gold mining, the financial system, governments, courts, military, selfies, or watching the Kardashian. Here we can see the yearly cost. Gold mining is $105 billion and Bitcoin mining is $4.5 billion. This is not even 5% of the cost of gold mining. When it comes to market manipulation, Held notes that all markets are manipulated. He highlights that banks have been fined over $300 billion in the last 10 years alone for their role in the manipulation of markets and financial instruments. Held also dismisses the current tether, the US dollar tether FUD, which suggests that BTC may crash if the company is sued by a regulating body. Worries that one stablecoin, which only represents 3% of the Bitcoin's market cap, could hurt Bitcoin by going bust is absurd. Dan Held has been into Bitcoin for years. He's gone through all these different cycles for Bitcoin also, and he just says it's the same story on and on again. Checking out the next news, Bitcoin whales are betting 40k isn't the top as data hints bull run is only beginning. And there is only two charts that you need to look to understand that this is just the beginning. And one of them is this one. This is the 1,000 Bitcoin wallet addresses. In the black here, we can see the Bitcoin price going up. And also in the orange, this is the number of wallets, the number of addresses that have over 1,000 Bitcoin. And since the beginning of 2019, we are going in this huge bull run and we're just hitting all-time highs every single week. So the number of wallets that are holding over 1,000 Bitcoin is just growing. They are still not selling off their Bitcoin. And checking out this other chart, this is the Bitcoin relative volatility chart, and we can see the similarities from the beginning of 2012 and 2016. This is the start of the last bull cycles. As you can see, the blue-white chart is the 90-day volatility and the S&P 500 260-day volatility from the beginning of 2012 before we started the Bitcoin bull run. When we started seeing this huge volatility, the Bitcoin price shoot back up into this bull cycle, and in early 2016 also we can see that when we shoot up here the volatility, we can see that the Bitcoin price also had this massive bull run, and now we're sitting around these areas. So we are expecting for the volatility to jump up, and this will bring the Bitcoin price shooting up to the next levels. So this is perfectly normal. Bitcoin needs to consolidate. We might have a correction down to $30,000, $28,000. Nobody knows, but it is perfectly normal. We are not going to go to $100,000 in a straight line. Guys, this is going to be it for today's episode. If you haven't checked out the Bitcoinsensus website, we've got great tutorials, reviews on how to buy, how to store, how to trade Bitcoin safely, and we've also got the latest news and technical analysis. So I'll be leaving a link in the description so you can check it out. And if you haven't seen the best tutorial of the Judex leverage trading platform, I'll be leaving a video popping up on your screen. A massive thank you for tuning in. Make sure to smash up the like button and subscribe if you haven't done yet, and I'll see you in the next one.